Coach Bill Laimbeer joining us on the line. We appreciate his time. And, listen, I mean that. He really did. He really has done a good job in the WNBA, not just as a head coach in his career, but what he's done here in Las Vegas in his second year.
And I appreciate how honest and formal and candid he is.
We caught him in a good mood today.
With his answers. But he's always straightforward. He's never beating around the bush. And yeah, kind of like Donald Trump. And you have to appreciate that.
Oh, you know what I forgot to ask him?
And I do appreciate that.
You know what I forgot to ask him that I really wanted to? He did take a couple cheap shots at the Washington Post.
He did.
Damn it! I forgot to. I wanted to ask him that, and I forgot.
And then when the coach got off the stand, he goes, "Oh, a little long-winded today, weren't you, Coach?"
You're talking about the coach for the other team at the press conference last night. But yeah, he took a couple cheap shots at the Washington Post because, of course, the Washington Post covers the Washington Mystics, and he said, "Who's the Washington Post again?" After one game, and I think yesterday. He made a comment about the Washington Post again. I thought it was kind of funny. But anyway, we appreciate Bill Laimbeer's time. He has done a fantastic job with this franchise. I did find it interesting. There's not a lot of coaches out there. I don't want to use the term throw one of his players under the bus because I'm not sure if that's the right terminology. But he did call out Asia Wilson in the aspect of, she wasn't in tip-top shape. She wasn't in good enough shape to maybe perform as well as she could have last night. He did say that. He called her out a little bit there. Not a lot of coaches will do that in front of the media or in public. Perhaps they will do it behind closed doors, but I was a little surprised that he did that. So we'll see if Asia Wilson, takes that. I think she's an enormous talent. I think Asia Wilson, you can make the argument, is the most athletic on the team. She's an enormous talent. I think Liz Cambage is kind of, she's extremely tall. Yes, she's skilled, but I don't think she has the footwork of the athletic ability.
She's not, it's not even a conversation. She's the equivalent of George Mirashan or Rick Smits in the NBA. 6'8" in WNBA is the same as 7'5" in
maybe
the NBA.
George Mirashan.
Or Yao Ming or something like that.
Maybe George Mirashan. I think
she showed some touch yesterday. But I think the best athlete on the team is probably Tamara Young or Dearica Hamby. Hamby is every bit of 6'3", which is
Hamby was fantastic.
She attacks the basket.
Yeah,
she's very difficult to guard inside. She plays good perimeter defense.
Well, that's why she was the sixth person of the year.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I think that Asia Wilson has a chance to be one of the top players in the NBA. But we watched the game last night. The effort was not there. And Liz Cambage did have the effort. But the problem with Cambage is she's just not overly coordinated.
I don't think
she's not very quick, and that can really affect you. And she tends to have dumb turnovers.
I don't think
on
effort
a pretty consistent basis.
But I disagree with you. I don't think effort was the issue last night.
I didn't see a lot of effort from Asia Wilson last night compared to what I saw before.
She looked slow.
Well, especially on perimeter defense. Well, Cambage and Wilson both played very poor perimeter switching, rolling defense.
That was the issue.
Which allowed Miesemann, and that's why he mentioned the four that can guard the three that can guard
the four. That was the issue. Perimeter defense was the issue.
That was, and that's what I thought he was going to say. Turnovers are always going to be an issue, but when you have that much talent, you can overcome it as long as you play defense. But last night, they could not guard the three.
Make no mistake about it. That's why they lost.
Della Don was 5 of 7 from three. Miesemann had, I think, 24, 25 points, and I think she had
13 or 14 in the fourth quarter.
And she had 4 threes in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
But that was the difference.
That was the killer.
Game.
Yeah, that
Absolutely.
was the killer. You have to be able to, when you have a team and the only way you're probably going to get beat is from the perimeter, you have to defend the perimeter. Obviously, we're speaking in obvious terms here. But anyway, all that said, it was a fun season. When I first started, when I first learned that the Las Vegas Aces were coming to town a few years ago, my first reaction was positive because I think you want to give fans options in this town. Now, if you're a WNBA fan, it's great. But if you're an NHL fan, if you're an NBA fan, Major League Baseball fan, you're a soccer fan, I'm all for giving fans options. Now, with that being said, I had never been to a WNBA game before in person until last year, and I can tell you right now, I probably only watched 5 minutes of WNBA on television. But I went to some games last year. I was impressed.
It's a whole different experience.
Well, more than just the level of play. I'm not even going to say I was really impressed with that. I was more impressed with the atmosphere, the fan support, the fun atmosphere. That was a lot more fun to go to one of those games lately than a UNLV basketball game.
Last night, while we were sitting, there were people screaming.
It was fun.
It was so loud last night in that arena.
The fans were fantastic.
There were probably 8,000 people there. It was very, very busy. So imagine if that's what happens for a playoff WNBA team. How crazy is it going to be when the Las Vegas Raiders are here? I don't think we have any idea how absolutely nuts it's going to be.
You can't compare the two.
I'm just saying it's going to be unbelievable.
Yeah, but you can't compare the two. We're talking NFL,
any single major sports team or legitimate sport, WNBA, NBA, MLB, NFL, whatever it is, hockey. The reaction in Vegas is going to be just crazy. And it's going to happen over and over and over. And the city is getting bigger and bigger. There's probably 10,000 people moving here a week right now, most from California.
Yeah.
So the city's just going to keep growing. The sports market's going to keep growing. I mean, it could be just an unprecedented next 5 to 10 years in Vegas, covering Vegas sports, especially now when I believe that UNLV will probably fire Coach Tony Sanchez and hire a brand name coach. But you're going to see major recruits coming to UNLV to play in that new stadium, and I believe you're going to see UNLV join the Pac-12 in the next 5 years.
Speaking of UNLV, by the way, the first official practice UNLV basketball was yesterday. The first, we would have been there if we weren't on the air, but TJ Otzelberger, his first practice was yesterday. So we will talk a little UNLV hoops. There's really not a lot to talk.
And I do want to say something. I saw Amari Hardy at the game last night. And he is a college basketball player.
If you don't know who Amari Hardy is, because there's some fans who have no idea what you're talking about. Amari Hardy is, I believe, is he a junior? He's a junior, right?
He is a junior. He is the starting point guard for the UNLV basketball team.
Yes.
And there were 4 or 5 NBA players there. Amari Hardy, and these guys are making $10 to $20 million a year on average. Amari Hardy is a college basketball player who was a 3-star out of high school. He was wearing at least $25,000 in jewelry around his neck.
He was wearing a lot of jewelry. We did notice that.
He had the most jewelry. Mark Davis was there, who's a billionaire. LeBron James is almost a billionaire. Kyle Kuzma was there. Dwight Howard.
Unibrow.
Quinn Cook. Draymond Green.
Anthony Davis was there.
Yeah, they were all there. Davis. Amari Hardy.
He's probably wearing more jewelry.
Who does not get paid to play basketball, had more jewelry on than all of those players combined.
So what does that mean? What do you think that means?
I don't know what that means.
Okay. Well, he's got to have money somewhere. All right. Well, anyway, why don't we take a quick break? But before I take a break, I did promise you guys I'd be giving tickets away. We like to take care of our listeners here. Unfortunately, we can't give tickets away to the Aces because the season's over. But what we will do is we will be giving away right now. If you call in, 5th caller right now at 257-5396, we are going to be giving away 1 pair of tickets to Age of Chivalry Renaissance Festival. Really fun event at Sunset Park on Friday, October 11th. The doors open at 10 a.m. From the Call Air Cooling and Heating Prize Closet. So give us a call right now, 5th caller right now at 257-5396. Again, that number to call if you want to win a pair of tickets, 702-257-5396. If you're our 5th caller right now, we will give you a pair of tickets to Age of Chivalry Renaissance Festival at the Sunset Park on Friday, October 11th. Good luck, 257-5396. Call in right now. We'll take a quick break, and we will be back right after this. You are listening to the Vegas Take right here on the all-new 101.5 FM, 720 AM, KDAWN.